Working on some knives. I got one tempering in the oven right now, and hey y'all, I got a just about 150 feet behind you. I have a Wi-Fi booster in my house, sort of aimed out this way. I'm just curious if I could do a live stream or not. So if you would, somebody just let me know if I'm clear. If it's fuzzy, you probably hope it was fuzzy. Hello there, Speed Racer. I've got, these are the, hey Wheatree, thank you, sounds good, okay. This is the Damascus that Ann Bear for Freedom sent me, and this is the Damascus that Ricky sent me. 5 by 5, thank you. Signal's awesome. Yellow thumb. Let me tell you, this stuff is hard. I went through, well, I kept using the same 2 drill bits over and over. I would just sharpen it and use it and then dull it. And I probably should have annealed this stuff, but by the time I realized I should have, I had already got the holes drilled. So this is the dinner skinner that's going to be Damascus. Now you can't see Damascus on it right now, but after I put my bevel on it and then sand it down to the finish that I want, I dip it in acid, and then the Damascus pops out. Now for that, I've got this bird's eye maple. That's going to look so nice. The bird's eye maple, Damascus with bird's eye maple. That's going to look nice. And then for this, hey FFC, this was the one that I asked y'all to vote on the end. Oh, it's raining. Fantastic. Man, we really needed some rain, and my wife spent all morning long watering too, so. Oh, fantastic. Anyway, I called this knife Sabine, S-A-B-I-N-E, because there's a river not far from me called the Sabine River. And for this, I'm going to use Gonkalo, Sweden. I guess I've shipped to New Zealand and Australia, shipped to Canada. So this is Gonkalo Elvis, and that's what that's going to look like. That is a really pretty wood. And the one I got in the oven right now, tempering, this wood is called Cadillacs, and I've got liners in it, and it's curly maple, and that is going to really be a pretty handle once I get it together. But I've got, man, it took me all day to sand that blade down because I kind of messed up. I hesitated on the belt grinder. This is my my grinding jig, and what it is I mount a blade right here, and then on my grinder, my belt grinder, I drag this across there to grind my bevels here. Well, if you hesitate for just a second, what happens is a little divot, a little line shows up here, and it takes forever to sand that mess out. Hey, Zeph. And it took me about 2 hours of 120 grit to sand that divot out. And then I turned it over, and I've done the same thing the other side. I have divot on the other side. So I sanded for about 4 hours today just to get the divot out to 120, and then I sanded it up to 400, which, let me see if you can see the oven. There's the oven right here. That's the oven. I got probably 20 or 30 more minutes of that knife being in the oven, and then I'll let it cool. And I was going to get to cleaning it up, getting it ready to start fashioning the handles and all that, but I don't think I'm going to have time. It's getting kind of late, and my wife has to go to the doctor tomorrow, so she'll know the con, and then she'll have to go back and hello, all things green. And then I think I have a doctor's appointment. I tell you what, doctors should into your day, but gotta have them. So I just thought I'd jump on here real quick. Oh, is it buffering? I wonder if the rain has anything to do with it. Let me move this over just a little bit. Maybe it'll get a better signal. I don't know if that'll work, but let me know if that's if that's any better, if you would, Waitree, or anybody else, if I'm still buffering. I basically just wanted to see if I can do a live stream from out here. I'm using my iPhone, and before I was using my laptop, and I think my iPhone actually has a better signal. Looks good. Okay. There's a tree between the phone, you, between and my Wi-Fi. There's a big oak tree, and I moved to the other side of the tree, so you see the Wi-Fi booth. Maybe this will. Anyway, well, I got some more brass rod in. I don't know how well. Let me see. Where's that camera? Can you see that? No, I guess not. I got some more mosaic pins in, and anyway, yeah, it's been a good day in the shop. Still raining now. Boy, we really needed it too. It's been about a week since we've had a decent rain. We sure could use an all-day rain. And this week is going to be bumping 100 most of the week, with the heat index well, 107, 108, 110. So I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I got my AC blasting and a fan going. It's been pretty hot. And that's my left over there, up into the trailer, through that door, up into the trailer. That trailer is hot inside, man. There's no AC in there. Well, I got rid of my dinner skinner. The one that I've got in the oven behind me, that's sold. And I've got these two Damascus blades that are not sold yet. I got to get them made first, but it feels good to be back in the knife business. I'm not going to try to make them as quickly as I used to, just because I enjoy sitting here. Here, this is my vise right here beside me, right there. And Wi-Fi signals are disrupted by wet leaves, or big fat oak trees. And I really like sitting here, piddling, sanding. Behind you. I'm gonna show you behind you. This is what I look out at. Nice green trees. It's just kind of peaceful sitting here, sanding on a blade and looking out at the world in the comfort of air conditioning. Well, so what you want to talk about? Let's not talk about the shootings, because that'll probably get me banned. Boy, I tell you what a mess, huh? And I used to go through El Paso. I used to stop in El Paso all the time. Been to Dayton many, many times. Just gotta scratch your head. There sure is a lack of love in this world. This didn't used to happen when I was a kid. The only thing I ever heard of happening when I was young was the howdy, almost no sound. Huh? I guess I'm too far away. I'll try to speak up a little louder. The guy in the tower, I don't know where that was. Some guy climbed a tower and killed some people at a college. And then there was the Kent State massacre. Yeah, I really like it in here, thanks. It took a long time to get it set up the way I like it. And I'll show you it doesn't matter. I got some parts coming from my drill. I'm going to be able to save that drill. I think I mentioned the other day that it's got University of Texas. That's right. Hey, CG, Louisiana. I think you're in my general vicinity, aren't you? In the Greenwood, Shreveport, Bethany, that area, I believe. I can't remember why I think that, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm over in Wascom, if you know where that is. Anyway, my drill, I bought the cheap one. I had picked out a jet, very expensive $700 jet drill, and I had spent so much money in here getting this place set up that I was really having a hard time. This, 2 or 3 holes, a knife, and a couple of holes through wood, to be honest, because you need accuracy. I spent an entire day in this shop squaring up tables. I built the table for this right there, that belt grinder right there. I'd build that table. This sander here, I had to square that table. This was off, way off. Hey, E. Spears, can hardly hear me. Wow. Well, if I get it too close to me, oh, that's an awful lot of me in there. I'm sorry. I pulled a little closer, maybe you can hear me better. Well, anyway, I spent a lot of time and money getting these tables squared and the tools set up just right to eliminate all the variables, so I can work on my skill and not blame it on a machine being off. Anyway, my drill press. Hey, Uncle Buck, good to see you, man. Okay, I'm gonna move you away a little bit. That's kind of close. I got something propped up behind you. Give me just a second. There we go. My drill, the chuck is wobbling. It's called run out, and it is way, way off. I mean, it's being oval shaped and oversized and stuff like that. Turn up your ears. So anyway, I found what kind of chuck it was. It's a JT3 chuck, and I ordered a new chuck. So that might cure it. I'm hoping it will, because if I can make a decent drill press out of that little cheap Sears Craftsman, I think I only gave it 150, 149 bucks for it. And if I can make a decent drill out of it, I'd like to not have to spend any more money on it. I did find a Delta on Craigslist that somebody was selling, and Delta, the older ones, are a good brand, but he wanted way too much for it, so I'm just going to try to make this Sears Craftsman work. And as far as tools, the only tool that I really, really want, which would improve my knives a pretty good bit, is a 2x72 belt grinder. I have a 2x42 right now, and you go through a lot of belts. I mean, the return on investment would take many, many years in belts. I just want it. And right now, I grind all my knives by using a jig, because this thing, there's not enough space between the wheels to get my hands in there and try to grind the bevels by hand. And a 2x72 would give me that kind of space. I really want to eliminate the jig, because there is a heck of a learning curve to do it by hand. But once you get it, you can correct a lot of mistakes that you can't correct using the jig. So, plus, that's what all the big-time professional knife makers use. And not much, just sprinkling a little bit. All my windows are fogged up now. I can barely see out. Oh, you have a frame? No kidding. I've been looking at, I think it's called Oregon Blade Maker. There's a couple other brands, but I think KMG is the brand that if I ever win a lottery or my ship comes in, that's the one I'm going to buy. I don't want to talk about health much, but I started a new medicine. It's a copy of a Bader. Oh, okay. I started a new medicine. I took the first pill yesterday, and my God, talk about a bellyache. I went to sleep at 9:30 last night. I woke up at 11:30 last night, and I've been awake ever since. It's, man, it hurt my stomach terrible. And I got crackers here. When my stomach gets to hurting again, I just eat a couple. Okay, I got to turn around and take this out of the oven. I'm just going to let it cool down naturally. And tomorrow I'll come out here and clean it up. It's getting a little late, plus I'm getting hungry. The name of it is, Metrofin or something like that. It's for early stages of diabetes, and I'm on a diet. I'm going to try to not have diabetes. Hey, Jim, how are you? New England Jim, Berkshire Jim. I know that area well. Can't see. I should put my glasses on. Hey, Bobby. Deal full. Yeah, meds and no sleep. So, well, I'm running out of things to talk about. I really just wanted to see if I could connect out here with my phone, and I can, as long as I keep you moved to the side here. It is live. Yep. As live as I can be. It's just as live as I get right here. Well, y'all, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I don't have anything I'm doing. Get the host back. Yep, now get the host back. All right, y'all. Thanks for dropping in. I'm gonna go to the house. I can't think of anything else to do out here. That's it. Metformin. Yeah, stomach issues, and I was supposed to take 2 a day. There's no way I'm taking 2 a day. Oh, working good, Richard. Yep. And I had to pay some of the. I didn't have to, but I was tired of messing with it. I took it to the Ford dealer, and they replaced a few parts. They replaced the blower motor. Beaumont Metalworks. Yeah, that's the ones. KMG is the name of the grinder that they make is made by that company, Beaumont Metalworks. It's called KMG. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the house, so thanks for tuning in, and I do have a video I'll probably upload. It's just about the knife I'm working on today. Hey, Paulman, you're over there I think you're in New Zealand, right? I believe, New Zealand? Yeah, I think I mailed you a knife over there in New Zealand. Took you off it? Okay. I'm gonna go in, y'all. Have a good one. Let me see if I can figure it.